All right, we are now, I want to say backstage at the Mixed Beach House. We have John and Dave from Bon Jovi, and this is a first for us in that most of the times we speak with the artists before they get to perform and talk about what it looks like and what they see. But we're now talking to you after you performed. How are you feeling, both emotionally and physically, after that performance?
Well, it's a unique performance spot. Now, I will say, it's not the first time we've done something this crazy. Remember in Australia, when we played at that lunchtime in a little float in the middle of the water?
On a barge.
Next time
so they
we'll
put us on a barge.
Okay, next year.
and the people were on the land, and it was like some kind of lunch hour thing.
Right.
So it was the opposite of the crazies, where they jump in from land to swim out to the barge instead of the boat swimming onto the land.
Right.
But you know what else was beautiful about it? You realize it's summer. You know, you realize that these folks are just here to have fun. They know the PA is only this. They don't care. You know, and we're just strumming acoustic guitars the way these songs were written. That's the beautiful thing about all this. It's just a celebration. So I'm really glad that we're talking afterwards.
Me too.
Because you sort of went in, it's so foreign that prior I was like,
So when they were on the phone, you were like, what?
Well, I saw, that Dave Matthews, I'd seen that you two, and I was like, well, we can do it, but should we do it? Or it's like, I'm playing on a porch and I'm sober doing it. Usually if I'm singing on a porch, I've had a few.
Yeah, that's the disappointing part. We didn't have a few.
Well, that's our fault. And next time.
Not at all.
No,
it's okay. It's
So
okay.
how many years?
40.
Okay. You know, I know people who have worked in jobs for 40 years, and there are people, some jobs just steal your spirit away. But today, watching both of you sing, looking at each other, sharing moments, singing these songs that I've heard a million times and making them into brand new songs.
Yeah.
There was such joy on both of your faces.
Thank
it was
you.
so fun to watch. How do you still find that in there after 40
You know what you
years?
say, work. You play music. You don't work music. And music is playing. It's just fun. You play an instrument when you're a kid because it's fun. And then we got to never get a job. So, we get to keep playing till the road runs out,
You know, when you're in good health and you've written songs that people remember for all these years, we didn't even dip our toe into the catalog of hits today, So it's astounding, the relationship that we've had with this audience by and large for 4 decades. And we're not on the Where Are They Now pile. This is the top 5 album around the planet. If it weren't for that pesky Taylor girl, we would have been number 1 everywhere. But isn't that fantastic that, on our 18th album, we're still having big hit successes. So it's knock on wood. And why not be joyful?
And instead of Where Are They Now, we're still here. I think that's the statement. We're still here having fun, making hit records and
So good.
playing to the people.
And the people are loving you.
And as much as we are.
I have a 13-year-old son, and he asked me, he said, who's playing the Beach House this year? And I said, Bon Jovi. And I just, with my age,
you don't know if he knows.
And he's like, no, really, who's playing the Beach House? I said, Bon Jovi. He's like, no, they're famous. He's like, dude, they have like songs and stuff. And I was like, I know.
They're famous. Reason to Brader is 62. I don't have kids.
Well, I can't tell you how much we appreciate.
Thank you both.
This is kind of old school radio. To come to the radio station, to come and sit in somebody's living room.
It's cool.
Do an interview and a performance on the back porch.
It's really cool.
To bring in all the winners. I know you guys have winners through your foundation as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Well, the foundation's work is, not only affordable housing, but the JBJ Soul Kitchens.
Right.
And it's funny because I did see a girl here and I was thinking, does she live up here? Is she a volunteer that comes all the way down to church? Because I saw one of the girls I have met as a volunteer at one of our soul kitchens, and she was right in the front. So now I know we had a contest to have some of them come up. But Dorothea created a model of a restaurant that didn't exist anywhere. And the concept is pay it forward. So if you guys come and you want to affect change directly, you leave a suggested donation. It pays not only for your great farm to table meal, but you're taking care of somebody else who can't afford to pay. And you'll never know who can afford to pay because none of that is ever discussed. There's no prices on the menus, you see, and it's all farm to table. There's no soda pop. There's no candy bars. There's no government subsidies. It's all really good and good for you. So we have 4 of them, 2 in regular retail outlets in New Jersey, and 2 of them on college campuses, because you never think about it. But a kid that is in college is not always eating ramen because it's fashionable. They're eating ramen because they can't make ends meet.
I ate saltines and cheese spray the first semester of my freshman year.
I bet you did.
No lie.
I bet you did. You see, so when we went to our first college campus and explained to the chancellor that your food pantry is being used a hell of a lot more than you know, and let us put a great soul kitchen in here, and that be a volunteer opportunity for the students to go work in the pantry, we'll feed you. So now that's taken off. So now we have 4 of those.
That's great.
You know, our show is sort of built around kindness like that. And I just think
that's great.
You don't always have to give back. And the fact that you do is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, the foundation's been doing it for 20 years.
Okay. And my most important question, pork roll or Taylor ham?
Pork roll.
Really?
Yes.
Pork roll too?
So here's the complicated question. Ketchup or mustard?
Mustard.
Thank you. I love you.
And we're ending it right there. Did you hear that?
I love you. Want to see Blast from the Past? That's you. That's me. That's you.
Oh my God.